Hello everyone and welcome. Today is Saturday, the 2nd of May 2026. I have been given a word from the Lord which I am going to share with you. We will start off by reading Matthew 23 and then I will proceed to tell you the word which I have received.
Chapter 23. Then Jesus spoke to the crowds and to his disciples. The scribes and the Pharisees are seated in the chair of Moses. Therefore do whatever they tell you, and observe it. But don't do what they do, because they don't practice what they teach. They tie up heavy loads that are hard to carry, and put them on people's shoulders, but they themselves aren't willing to lift a finger to move them. They do everything to be seen by others. They enlarge their phylacteries and lengthen their tassels. They love the place of honor at banquets, the front seats in the synagogues, greetings in the marketplaces, and to be called rabbi by people. But you are not to be called rabbi, because you have one teacher, and you are all brothers and sisters. Do not call anyone on earth your father, because you have one Father who is in heaven. You are not to be called instructors either, because you have one instructor, the Messiah. The greatest among you will be your servant. Whoever exalts himself will be humbled, and whoever humbles himself will be exalted. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! You shut the door of the kingdom of heaven in people's faces. For you don't go in, and you don't allow those entering to go in. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! You travel over land and sea to make one convert, and when he becomes one, you make him twice as fit for hell as you are. Woe to you, blind guides, who say, whoever takes an oath by the temple, it means nothing, but whoever takes an oath by the gold of the temple is bound by his oath. Blind fools, for which is greater, the gold or the temple that sanctified the gold? Also, whoever takes an oath by the altar, it means nothing, but whoever takes an oath by the gift that is on it is bound by his oath. Blind people, for which is greater, the gift or the altar that sanctifies the gift? Therefore, the one who takes an oath by the altar takes an oath by it and by everything on it. The one who takes an oath by the temple takes an oath by it and by him who dwells in it. And the one who takes an oath by heaven takes an oath by God's throne and by him who sits on it. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! You pay a tenth of mint, dill, and cumin, and yet you have neglected the more important matters of the law: justice, mercy, and faithfulness. These things should have been done without neglecting the others. Blind guides! You strain out a gnat, but gulp down a camel. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! You clean the outside of the cup and dish, but inside they are full of greed and self-indulgence. Blind Pharisee, first clean the inside of the cup, so that the outside of it may also become clean. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! You are like whitewashed tombs, which appear beautiful on the outside, but inside are full of the bones of the dead and every kind of impurity. In the same way, on the outside you seem righteous to people, but inside you are full of hypocrisy and lawlessness. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! You build the tombs of the prophets and decorate the graves of the righteous, and you say, if we had lived in the days of our ancestors, we wouldn't have taken part with them in shedding the prophets' blood. So you testify against yourselves that you are descendants of those who murdered the prophets. Fill up, then, the measure of your ancestors' sins. Snakes, brood of vipers, how can you escape being condemned to hell? This is why I am sending you prophets, sages, and scribes. Some of them you will kill and crucify, and some of them you will flog in your synagogues and pursue from town to town. So all the righteous blood shed on the earth will be charged to you, from the blood of righteous Abel to the blood of Zechariah, son of Berechiah, whom you murdered between the sanctuary and the altar. Truly, I tell you, all these things will come on this generation. Jerusalem, Jerusalem, who kills the prophets and stones those who are sent to her. How often I wanted to gather your children together, as a hen gathers her chicks under her wings, but you are not willing. See, your house is left to you desolate. For I tell you, you will not see me again until you say, Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord.
I'll begin reading the word. Come to me now, before this world descends into chaos and confusion. Debauchery and fornication are rife. Every wicked and evil thing has been unleashed upon the face of the earth. This world is your home. Where is my home? Where is my holy dwelling place? Trampled upon by men, evil men, by wicked, compromised politicians and pastors, so-called priests and prophets. They only profit themselves, lining their pockets with the unrighteous mammon, filthy lucre, 30 pieces of silver. How shameful! No consideration for their souls, no fear of the Lord, lacking all wisdom and discernment. Liars, thieves, murderers, adulterers. You will go down to the pit, down to Sheol, down to the grave with the uncircumcised, the unholy. How shameless you are, committing your despicable deeds before the world's eyes, who are witnessing all of these things. I am weighing all things in the balances. You are found wanting, found guilty of these evil practices. You call yourself a Christian. That is the furthest thing from the truth. Jesus is the truth. Do you not realize that he sees all things, knows all things, judges all things? My anger is stirred with these people. They have no desire to come to me, to purify their hearts. They blaspheme my spirit from morning until night, and desecrate my sanctuary. The temple is on everyone's lips. My temple is in your heart. So I ask you, where do I dwell? Where is my dwelling place, church? Where is my abode that you have dirtied? These men lack all sense, all wisdom. They lack the knowledge of who I am. Yea, they have no understanding of my words. They exalt their man-made doctrines and silence anyone speaking the truth. Woe to them! Woe to the inhabitants of the earth! Woe to the small and the great, the rich and the poor, the free and the slave. Daughter, pronounce my woes upon this earth. Woe to you who did not heed my warnings, who did not cleanse their robes, but instead took pleasure in unrighteousness. Fill up your cups with the wrath that comes, so that you may drink, for all the blood that was shed upon the earth. Speak, that they may hear your words, although they will not listen. But when it comes true, and it will, then they will know that a prophet has been among them. The Amen.